So, for the benefit of the Geordie listening, what happened last time, guys?
We celebrated getting back in
Yep,
one piece.
and getting all of the prisoners out.
Mhm.
There is a little bit of what you did in between when you woke up as well. Um, there is a little bit of romance in the air as Tharian went went on a romantic walk with Elandra. Eldrakus had a little bit of something to eat with Kazada. It was all very romantic.
Mhm. And now my sister also knows about Locke.
Yeah.
She
your
she met him,
your protective sister knows about Locke.
and
The one
I
who
got to hold a baby.
oh yeah, you got to hold one of the twins. You held Cascade while Irina held Bo. Erel didn't dare touch one of the baby brothers, and Anya, your mum was too busy hugging her, or your father was, because they're just so glad that she's back. Because there was some of the courts, their higher up royalty that wasn't already there, attended, which included the King and Queen of the High Elves and the King and Queen of the Sea Court. So Farida's mummy and daddy and her baby brothers.
Oh,
And
cool.
so, yeah, it was all very good. So now we go to the intro, which is all about Azzy. So,
Mhm.
Azalea,
Mhm.
as you stepped through the portal, you saw the man you love, Lord Lyndon Willows, shoot a Skull Lord through the eyes with perfect accuracy with his bow. Then the smell hits you, copper, rust. As your eyes adjust, you see bodies of things that you've read about in your books, from skulls to a storm giant. You can see that the people on this side of the portal had multiple things thrown at them, some of them a lot tougher than anything you guys faced in the prison. You shake your head and look away from the bodies and back to Lord Willows, and he is doing like the predator handshake with Duke Bolt, which you find odd because them two were never really friends before. And Bolt says to Willows, "You just had to finish him off." And Willows smirked and said, "Don't be so slow next time." They share a laugh. Bolt turns to see Thorena coming through the portal with her kids and just holds her. He's just so happy to see her. You see Cherry, your father, and other fairies congregating. You move to your sister's side and check she's okay. Half siblings and other fairies that were saved introduce themselves to you, and it's all a bit overwhelming. You keep a lookout for Locke and Asta on impulse. You see Locke come through the portal near Farida, and you take a breath of relief, but you're still waiting for Asta to come through. You know he isn't there yet. And as that's happening, you hear your mother introduce herself to Cherry Blossom, your sister, as her mother. In the distance, you hear Duke Caspian hit on Anya. She says, "Hell no! You did a thing with my sister, perv," and she clocks him in the jaw. Actually, sorry, she clocked him in the eye and gives him a black eye. Uh, no more trying to go through my sister's. Ew. You hear a scream in the distance, and you know that Queen Raven Nightflame has been bound to this plane and is forced into the High Fae prison. You keep looking, and the last person to come through the portal, your half-brother Aster. Once everyone is through, you return to your room. An extra bed has been put there for Cherry to sleep. And there has been a couple of extra rooms added to your dormitories for your new half-siblings and Queen Marigold's children. While you sleep, you have a memory of catching Queen Marigold in the library of the main castle. She was having sex with King Woods. She then...
How old was I? This is terrifying.
You were about 5 years old. She went... And
I
some
hope I
dust...
was quiet. It was a library.
It was a library. She was like hidden behind some of the stacks, but you were looking for a book because you've always been a bookworm. And she blew some dust in your memory, in your eyes, and you remember going after that. She said some words. You went back to your room, and then it was as if you didn't remember. But then you notice, then going back through your memories, this happened more than once. And also, not only did she do this with King Woods, she did this with Lord Maple. When you were, I know, terrifying that through like the ages of like 5 to about 13, you remember like different times, different places you've caught her being naughty, and each time
I was so unlucky to keep moving into them.
You're not the only one who did, by the way.
Okay.
She was never quite subtle, but she had some kind of dust that made you forget, and she could issue a command and you would leave. You awaken and see Cherry looking through dresses that Orchid has laid out for her. There's some for you as well. Cherry tilts her head, and you can tell it must be overwhelming for Cherry that this is going to be her first experience for this. What do you do?
Sorry, I occurred at a very, very inopportune time. 2 seconds. I go over and hug her, and I help her choose a dress.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell her just to stay close to me, and I'll get her through it.
You see that there's a signature scent for her, which is cherry blossoms, funnily enough. And like there's Orchid comes in and says, "Do you want me to do both of your makeup ready, or are you okay? Anything you need me to do, ladies?"
I'm gonna say I'm fine. Let's focus on Cherry Blossom.
Okay, and she does her hair and makeup. She helps you with your hair just to try and sort it into the pretty hairstyle you've chosen. You walk into the main area of your dormitory. Your parents are waiting for you, as is Aster, Locke, Cedric. King Vetch speaks and says, "Our court will be welcoming the fairies that were retrieved from the prison. Azalea and Cherry, you will both be offered the chance to return to your parents who adopted you, my brother and sister-in-law, to stay with." He then looks at Arya and says, "Or you can stay with us. We will be adopting Marigold's children that she had with her lovers. Although the ones who are part nymph will be given their chance of which court they wish to call home." And he runs his hand through his hair at the stress of this, and then looks at Locke, Aster, and yourself. "You three did a heroic thing by saving those prisoners, and we are proud of you. After speaking to the rulers, we've decided that we will no longer meddle with suitors unless you request it. However, if you begin to get out of line," and King Vetch looks directly at you in this moment, "you'll be required to repeat etiquette lessons." to help Cherry adapt to courtly life, she will be attending etiquette lessons with Duke Tharian Windgrace. As I said, Azalea and Cherry, it is up to you where you wish to stay. We will not pressure you either way. And he just nods his head.
Mhm. Yeah. No, so yeah, it's a bit hard. Yeah, for now I'll go back with my adoptive parents because that's where my bedroom is and the castle I know. But I might come to the area a few times and get to know Vetch better.
Cherry takes this all in and she thinks about the amount of people that's going to be in the other place. And she says, I would like to stay with my sister if that's okay. I'm aware that we will have other siblings. I look forward to getting to know them, but I also look forward to being a less crowded place where I don't hear what I heard or see what I saw. Also, and she looks to Locke. Locke helped me a lot in the prison when he was there for the short time, and although Asta, you are my half-brother, Locke is like a brother to me as well. And she just gives a smile and a nod.
Hashtag weird fairy princess life. Woohoo!
Right, so you've got ready for the events. Is there anything that you would have done in the time that you had between the evening festivities and waking up, or do you think you would have showed her the library? I think we said that you would have showed her the library, just so that she could see your favourite quiet place.
Yeah, it's scary to show her somewhere quiet to sit and things.
She takes in the quiet and just sits and smiles happily, because she hasn't had quiet in a long time. You look around and you see in the corner reading a book, Lord Willows. We discussed that you were going to kind of stick to your sister during this bit.
Yeah, so just sit there, sort of.
He doesn't approach. He's doing his reading. You can try and see what book he's got if you wish, but it's up to you.
I'm good for now. I'm going to sit in the corner explaining the library to my sister and how to look for books and things.
And she
maybe read like my favourite fairy tale to her or something.
She listens to you the whole time. She's just enjoying not the echoes of everything that she would hear for many years. Alright, all of you make your way to the field outside. From what you saw when you came through the portal, there's no trace of it there anymore. It is just the beautiful field. There's massive banquet tables of food, and when food gets cold, when food gets eaten, it's replaced with others. There is tables with chairs for sitting, and a bar set up. There is a band at the ready with Farida. There is microphones. There's multiple of them. Should people choose to get up and sing, it is up to them if they do so and who with. Assistants have also been invited, as some of them took part and helped people. For example, Ghost Orchids and the Handmaidens were either involved in the prison break or helping the resistance against everything Queen Nightflame threw at them. Some of the assistants helped patch people up or helped make the arrangements for the new people arriving in the courts. And they've had to set up for extra guests, so there's a lot more tables for those if they choose to attend. So we will start with the top of initiative, Duke. The Dukey. Tharian Windgrace.
Yes.
I believe you were going to be escorting Elandra.
I believe so.
Okay, so how do you enter? And also, fit check for outfit, please.
I already posted it last week. I told you I was getting ready ahead of time for it. So that's already there.
Is it that I thought you were gonna do a different one from that one because that one was. Oh no, it was that one, wasn't it?
Yes.
I thought that was for the elves when they were coming through.
Yeah, right. I can get changed again. 1 second. Let's have a quick look through.
Because you said that was for the high elf court visit, but you can wear that one as well. I'll just keep the you wouldn't get another You've already got one inspiration. That'll do. We'll say that you use.
I have a second that's more teal based. So there we go. Pop that one on. Load a file. There we go. That's the fit for the night. Hair is not tied back.
Very
for once.
nice.
Yes, literally letting his hair down, as it would seem.
I bet he is. Inspiration? I thought I'd already given you one, and I had not. I apologise. There is your inspiration, Tharian.
Thank you.
So, tell us, how do you enter with the lovely Countess Elandra on your arm?
Quite literally, arm in arm, no hands touching. That would be, utterly scandalous. Just contentedly entering, I suppose.
You take a seat, and you are, of course, joined by your bestie and his date as well. Yeah! Because you gentlemen, of course, both have dates. You take your seats at the table, and as you do, you hear a booming voice. First, you hear his laughter, and you know it's going to be King Korgo is going to be rushing over to see you.
Oh, Lord.
You expected this. You knew it was going to happen.
Yeah.
So he makes his way towards you. Tharian.
Your Grace.
Is this the lovely lady?
If you have not made introductions, please allow me. Countess Elandra Buttercup, this is King Korgo.
Charmed. You were in the prison. You were kind of like hidden, and then it's nice to meet you. She is a beauty, treat her well. As for you, and he gives you kind of a half hug. I'm grateful you invited me. I had a lot of fun. I hit someone with a bathtub. It was great.
I am glad you were able to find some gratification, Your Grace.
I found out my kids are too young for a Buduki, so I gave it to Lady Thorana to see if it would work with one of her kids. Who knows?
Very thoughtful, Your Grace.
Of course I cleaned it up. There's no blood or anything like that on it.
Indeed. Tharian's just doing his best to not look bemused.
Alondra, treat my friend well. And she just nods and goes, I will. Next, we move to Farida.
Yeah.
How do you enter? Do you enter with your sisters?
Oh.
Do you enter with Locke? How do you enter the evening's festivities?
Well, definitely going to be with Locke, and I'm going to be on his arm. We have to go together.
Showing off the engagement
I-
ring.
Yeah, my sisters are there though. My sisters are there.
Your sisters
does.
are there with their dates.
Mm-hmm.
Must I say plural? Apart from Anya doesn't go with the person that she was courting. She's gone by herself. You all find a table, you take a seat. Locke says, I'll get you a drink. What would you like?
The most fabulous rainbow-coloured cocktail.
He gives you a smile and says, coming off.
He knows how to do right.
He does. The bartender will know. In fact, he's named cocktails after each of the people from who helped with the prison. So there is one called the Farida. So he makes a cocktail called the Farida, and
Sweet, isn't it?
and not only when it comes over is it rainbow coloured, it kind of has little it almost pops, almost like how popping candy feels. It kind of goes pop, 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 pop. You can tell there's a little bit of magic in it.
Wow. Good magic, I hope. Not bad magic.
You see from across from one of the other tables, Thorina give you a smile, and he holds up her glass, which is kind of like a gold shimmery cocktail, and she does a cheers to you.
Cheers back.
And those who notice see it as a kind of beautiful moment, is this is how things should be for you two. We then move to Princess, Bookworm, Hot Mess, Azzy.
Hello.
Hi.
So I'm going to be arm in arm with Cherry, walking out into the garden, putting out all the things like the food and stuff to her and how magic it all is, and all the cool things like if you eat this it'll change colour, and if you do that it'll do this. And then I say, have you thought about trying sea grape wine?
Locke gives you a wave from next to Farida to see if you wanted to join them.
Cool. Go over to join them.
You take a seat, and Cherry is fascinated by your cocktail, Farida. And it's just wow. And Anya's sat next to Cherry and just goes, things here are very different. She's like, you're telling me?
Yeah, and I look at Farida's wine and think, I wonder how that works. Well, the colour I'm not mixing.
Locke sees you looking at it and says, just accept it's magic, sis.
There must be a book on alcohol and magic.
There is. It's called Cocktail Making for Fae. It is in the library.
Cool, I will find it next week. Yeah, I grabbed the bottle of sea wine from the middle of the table and pour myself a drink and pour Cherry a drink.
Locke goes, your band
Cherry
from
old
sea,
enough to drink. How old is she?
same age as
My age!
Same age as Azzy, she's the younger twin. He moves those glasses away from you two and says, let's get you two a cocktail instead. Azzy, they've actually made one called Azzy.
So it tastes like Dusty Books then.
No, it doesn't.
Books.
Damn it. I'd like smell of books.
That wouldn't work in a cocktail.
Fine. What flavour is it?
I think
You could put it in like a book-shaped glass.
it
Like a
is.
weird thing.
Yeah,
I've seen like weird book-shaped ones.
yeah. It is. Funnily enough, it is in a book-shaped glass. And kind of like has the colour of like a tome.
Mhm.
It is kind of like they went for kind of because you're let me remember. It's kind of like a like dark green colour to kind of match the kind of colours you wear.
Yeah. Cool.
And it does have kind of a cinnamon taste to it. Because they were trying to think what to do with you and they decided on cinnamon.
Cinnamon's a good taste. I'm not against cinnamon. Cinnamon's good.
So they went for cinnamon for you, so that is your one. So he comes back with 2 Azzies, one for each of you, and says to Cherry, take it easy with that. Do not listen to our sister. He says she drinks too fast and gets too drunk. And she goes, explain to me drunk. And he explains to her what it's like to get drunk and how bad things can happen. You can say things you don't mean. Farida, you already have an inspiration, but I still want to see your outfit. Azzy, I've seen yours. There's your inspiration, girl.
Well, I can't because my app's not working very well.
You already had an inspiration you didn't use.
Okay.
I know.
Quick question.
I
Rainbow haired. Are you humanoid or like mermaidy, like with scales and stuff? Human.
I think I'm
With
more like humanish, human sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
See, like,
that's
yeah.
how I've designed it so far.
Like, I think you'd be wearing kind of like a short, light pastel rainbow dress for the evening, maybe.
Possibly, yes. I planned out a dress, but I planned one out for the big ball at the end, which I thought was the next one, which I got confused. And
No, that is the
Yeah,
final
that's
one
my
that we'll be doing, which I'm very excited for the ending ball.
Yeah.
Right.
I've got a sort of an outfit for that, but
Okay. You still have your inspiration that you did not use, and you've had it for a while, so we can imagine it in our heads for you.
I'll see if I can create one now. I think it might be working. Let's try it.
I'm okay with frightened.
And then finally, while you're drinking your wonderful cocktails, ladies, we move to Count, no longer Lord, but Count Eldracus Farinot.
What did you call me?
I said Count.
Oh, Count.
I said no. I said no longer Lord.
You silly Count.
Jim.
I jest, of course. Right, what would you like to know what I'm wearing straight off the belt?
Of course, and how you enter, of course.
Right, well, I am wearing that, and I will put that picture up in there. So it is a green finery suit. Silver trims, the works. It sort of spirals down and around his arms. It almost mimics almost like armor, but it's not. It's all cloth. And where there would be studs on the armor, there are little pearls sold in all the way down the arms.
I will say Kazada probably asked you what colours you were going to wear beforehand and made sure her dress matched yours.
Well, green is the color of today.
As you enter, are you having Kazada on your arm?
Absolutely. I will go and... Well, I will wait patiently for her. No doubt she would be escorted from her abode by her
Yep.
family, because no doubt they would be coming as well. And I will join my family there if they are coming, and I will wait patiently outdoors for her arrival.
Kazada meets you, and walks with you from not too far from the chambers to the fields where everyone is congregating. You see your family have kind of their own table, or you can choose to. The Kazada's gone quite. Kazada's family joins your family.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll absolutely encourage all of that.
Are you not? How is Eldrakas feeling that both families are sat next to each other? Any nerves?
Not really. Not in nerves that the way that you're thinking about them. Probably he's apprehensive a little bit about the prospect of his sisters, because all of the oh, is it her? Is she a girlfriend? And all
Yeah.
of them sorts of jibes that he's just not looking forward to.
Your sister smiles sweetly and gives you a wave as you walk over.
And I will offer my arm. It is up to Lady Soloche if she accepts it or not.
She takes it as you walk over there, and your sister has made sure that you are sat next to her deliberately.
All right. Okay.
Your mother is sat next to Fearon, the older sister of Kazada.
Okay. So we are sort of like mismatching ourselves most of the time.
Yeah.
So them, us, and etc. Except for when it comes to me, where my sister has forced herself to sit next to me.
Lady, apart from Kazada, is sat next to Zivro. It's just because, he's adjusting to everything that he's been going through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of, because there's only 3 of you and there's a lot more. There's only 3 of them and a lot more of you.
Yeah. I will do my best to make sure that they feel welcomed, but I don't want to pressure them in any sort of way, thinking that they must be part of it. So I'm just going to sort of give them their own space, but I'm going to be watching them to see when they are interested in a conversation, and I will try and get them involved during like all of those times, just to try and build some bridges, I suppose, between them and others.
Your sister turns to you and says, "So, what's the timeline on you proposing to this lovely lady?"
I'll just sigh internally, and I'll just sort of like close my eyes and turn my head to her and go, "Why are you in such a hurry, my beloved sister?"
And Dora gives you a kind of a cheeky smile and says, "Well, I just want to make sure that this lovely lady is treated the best. I mean, she helped save us, and she just seems really nice. And her big sister, I remember seeing her whacking people with a big, steel rod that I'm guessing she ripped off a prison bar or something. She's awesome."
Yes, I agree. And she's the other reason why you have nothing to worry about her being treated very well.
Ah, 'cause you're scared of it. Got it.
Yes, sure.
Tharian, Azzy, and Farida, you can do perception checks to see if you hear any of this, in case any of you want to kind of help him. Nat 20. Tharian, you hear all of this from where you are. I'll say your table's right next to his. Why are the...
Well, like,
Why are the dice massive?
I said
Wow,
this the
okay.
other day. The dices have changed. Only I'm gonna be nice
Right.
and say only Tharian heard this.
1 second. I'm going to try
the
something.
dice are set to 200% size, is what they are. Right, you can change it. Top right hand corner, click the dice icon.
That's what
you can
Whoa.
change-
rolling a fireball looks like. That's a fireball.
It says this. Right, roll is right.
I feel like if me and Frida both got 13 on the same table, we just sort of looked over and were like, what's going on?
Oh, I see. The rolls plus 200 on the dice
Yeah.
display.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've just turned mine down.
Whoa.
I've turned mine down as well. Let's try that now.
wonder how high it goes. 240%. Oh my word, they're huge.
I kind of want to see it. I'm
Do
not
it.
gonna-
Just
I'm
take like over the whole screen.
okay.
But that's fun. We'll just leave it on. Oh wow, they are massive.
They are massive. I kind of love it.
Is it
Okay.
big for you? Is
I
that
like
just
it,
turned-
it's
I've just turned mine up. Is that like massive for you as well?
No, I've turned mine down, and everyone's been rolling normal size dice. I think it's just client side.
It's just your own personal preference.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
okay.
so.
Yeah. So on a nat 20, Tharian, you heard everything.
Got all those rolls.
It's up to you if you want to go assist or if you're just gonna leave him for his sister to just like.
While everyone's sort of, introducing and playing nicey, I'll just message under the table, point under the table at Eldracus, cover my mouth with my fan, and simply say, commiserations.
You hear that in your head, Eldracus?
Is that just message?
Yeah.
That's just message you can
So I
respond
can
with, yeah.
reply.
Yes.
Right, and I'll look to my sister because she'll have. It's what she's just said. And I'll just say, "Thank you." Like so, my sister thinks that I'm talking. To
Yes,
her, but
yes,
it's actually- Yeah.
One sentence, two meanings. Love it.
Okay, so.
Actually, I have a question for you, dear sister. So during your unfortunate incarceration, now that you are free, and I will just turn my head and glance across the room very slowly and go, any eligible bachelors out there for you, perhaps?
I haven't really been looking, it seems, from the list that was printed from all the prisoners that you all have access to now. That
But you've had time to look for me.
Of course, you're my brother. I had a look through and I'm a little nervous about meeting new people. I hear that your two's friend Tharian is going to be doing some etiquette classes to help me and Davik get used to courtly life since we've been so out of it.
Yes.
Luckily, our parents are exempt. She just kind of gives them a look as if, how dare you?
I'll just smile at that. Well,
I don't know what your friend is like as a teacher. But I'm sure I'll get to know some of these other people in courts. I mean, I am quite nervous, she says. And something that stopped my nerves so much is trying to help you with your courtship. And she just gives you a sweet smile.
You may be able to hide behind that sweet smile with Mother, but you are my sister, and I do remember. I will make introductions today.
She looks alarmed immediately as you say that, and then Kazida just puts her hand on yours and says, "Can I do that for your sister instead? It might be nicer with a lady to do it instead. You might come across too imposing as a brother."
And I will, I'm still looking at my sister, and I will just smile and wink at her, and I'll just turn to Cassida, and I'll go, "Of course, my lady."
By the way, her hands are gloved, so it's no moment.
Yeah.
Just so I just need to make sure Jim knows that her hands are gloved, or else.
Mine not too.
Good.
And of course, my lady. How very proper.
Waiter comes over and asks if you want drinks. They give you the menu. You see that there's one in your name and there's a drink in Kazida's name as well, because you are one of the heroes listed.
I will try a Cassida.
I will try an Eldrakus. How cute.
Get married!
What was that? Did you say get married, Jordy?
No, get a room.
All right.
Get a room.
Okay. And we move from...
Oh, I've got a gushy line. Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll save it for later. Go on.
Okay, we'll move from you to Tharian. Tharian, the waiter comes over. You join. You of course already. Jimmy and is it Aurora? Sorry, Jimmy and Duchess Lunaria Nua. Is that right? Yeah, Lunaria Nua sat with you. You are joined by some other members of your court, including Jasminium. Jasminium sits between you and her brother. And you know that you could potentially be in for the same kind of thing as poor Eldrakus.
You made this whole campaign just to wind people up, didn't you?
No.
I don't
not.
believe you.
Jasminium gives you a sweet smile, and Cassidy taps Prince Dalby on the shoulder and says, I'm going to be escorting Lady Endora Farinol around shortly just to introduce her to some people. Would you like me to do the same for Princess Jasminium? Prince Klaus turns to you. Tharian gives you a smile, turns back to Kazida. That would be lovely.
A very gracious offer, my lady.
She gives you both a curtsy and returns to her table, where you just had this as well, Eldrakus. That Kazida's kindly offered that, and her sister, Lady Fearon Thaloche, says, I'll escort you as well as this. It'd be nice to get to know some of the courts, and I kind of want to be introduced to the big man, and points to Kogo. And she goes, he's going through a messy divorce, not best time. She just goes, okay. Anything else Tharian wants to do?
No, just absorb what's going on. He's been very tightly wound the whole time so far. So honestly, it is going to be nice to just relax a little bit. especially now that he knows he's not going to be on the grill for at least for a little spell, you know.
Elandra says to you, it was very kind of you to offer to help tutor people to get them back into society.
It will be my pleasure to do so. They are the next generation, and I suppose it is my hope that by fostering them together, unified and not divided by court, that it'll lead to greater ties in the future and none of this unpleasantness.
She smiles sweetly at you. Her hand is also gloved, just to make you aware, and she just lightly touches her gloved fingers to yours and just gives you a sweet smile and says, we never formally said what this is. And she kind of like, her cheeks start to blush because she doesn't know how to ask you this question.
I suppose we didn't, did we?
No.
Then I suppose Countess Elandra Buttercup, would you do me the honour of a courtship?
I humbly accept. And she just beams at you and says, Stem sent me a missive to let me know that he was staying in this room. He didn't feel up to being around so many people.
I understand.
He's not looking forward to tomorrow.
I can imagine he is not, but the many members of the Night Flame dynasty and others have a lot to answer for.
She just nods. As we move to the princess party. Hi, ladies.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Farida.
Read the delay on my microphone.
It's okay.
I'm hearing me speak like seconds after I've already said something. Strange. Right.
Farida, you turn your head slightly and you see in the distance, stood with the satyrs, is a tiefling U-turns. Valza is chugging a beer with like the satyrs, just having a great time. Salve is trying to like stop her and make her calm down, but she's just not listening to him. She's like, that was nice. Another! And she just seems to be having a great time with them. But you you are sat with, there is 6 princesses and a couple of princes on one table. There's Duke Aspen Moss as well. What do you get up to on this table, you crazy ladies?
Drink down one full Azzy and wonder how many more until I get the same buzz I'd get from sea wine.
He looks at you and like Locke is being like protective brother mode and looks to Asta, and they know what you're like when you drink too much. Asta just whispers in your ear, and Farida, because you're sat next to Locke, you would clock this, and so would Cherry. We don't want to have a repeat of when you've used magic on Bolt. Let's just, not go crazy.
He deserved that.
He did deserve that, to be fair.
But okay,
It was
fine. I will just try
Just
several different cocktails of random people.
that is a bad idea. Try and stick to one or at least the same alcohol that's in the one, because otherwise Okay.
Fine.
People admit their sober thoughts when they drink too much. I think I know what yours is.
I've got no sober thoughts. I think exactly everything the same all the time.
Don't lie to me. And then, sis. Right, there's that. And then there's also, you could fall over drunk. You could do something embarrassing. If you remember, you were forced to drink water after last time.
Fine. I'll stay functional so me and Cherry can chill out. Ooh.
I
Is there
think-
going to be music to dance, or is it just going to be like a boring tea party?
There is music playing and people can get up and sing if they want. I would suggest that people who can sing do.
I wasn't going to myself, but Farida might.
Anya looks at her nails and goes, I might join her.
Sisters duet.
Farida, Anya,
And
Farida,
And you see Anya kind of, you see that Cherry puts her like hands on her cheeks and goes, her singing kept me sane some nights in the prison. She sings like an angel.
Farida, Anya, Farida, Anya.
Locke goes, you could just do a sing. You could just sing with all your sisters. Farida, what you gonna do?
Invite everyone up to sing.
So all
Why not?
four mermaid
Everyone, yeah.
So all four mermaid princesses get up and sing. Just when you're about to start, you hear a doo-doo-doo-doo, and your mum and dad come out, see the table in which you were sat, and get some seats to join you, as does King Vetch and his consort Arya.
So they're coming for the performance.
Oh, they're coming for the duration. Vetch is good friends with Kogo. And Vetch and Ice get along. Aquafina's not too sure about Arya though. So there might need to be some like help in some areas. You might need some help from other people of different courts that are known for smoothing things over. Hi, Tharian.
Mhm.
But yeah, they all grab seats and join your table. It seems to be getting bigger. As you ladies do a performance check. Vicky, give me a performance check with advantage.
Mm.
That was not with advantage, so just give me a secondary roll and we'll go with the higher of the two.
Oh, I've clicked it. And it's clicked on my side.
It only showed one dice on ours.
It's only given me one. I don't know why.
Oh, this time it
that's
gave you
two.
two. We will go with the 28 then. It is beautiful. Everyone is on their seats listening to this wonderful performance. Cherry is like watching like in awe, like sparkle eyes, like wow. Because she's never seen a performance before, because she's been in that prison all of her life. This is the first time she's seen anything so wonderful. And Azalea, watching your sister take all this in,
Yeah.
Sorry?
Yeah, I'm wondering whether to grab her hand and take her up so she can dance a little bit while they're singing and stand near the stage.
If you say dance, she'll go up and dance with you.
Yeah. Do I do any checks for like balance and stuff, or are we just gonna?
I'm just gonna say
Wait.
you can do we'll do a performance check for you. you get advantage because it's with her.
One second, I'm going to do it on the one.
Do you wanna do the
Yeah,
advantage
then,
one?
So I can do an advantage and then I pull the dice out. What does that do for me then? Because it'll give you one
Yeah,
dice again.
if you click ADV and then click the check, it'll do both die. Just do one. That one was a higher one. We'll just go with that one. So you two, like,
Yeah.
she has natural rhythm, and you both like are doing this beautiful dance in front of her. Of it, Paradita gets up and joins you as well, having a great time.
So I now know where the balance in my family tree went.
Yeah.
Wasn't me.
And you girls enjoy that. We move to the Count, who Endora grabs your mum's hand, and them two go up and dance during this performance. What do you want to do, Count Varanol?
Well, I've got to dance, haven't I?
You can, by all means. You don't have to. It
Well,
is your choice.
I will. I will hold up my hand to Lady Soloche, and I will just say, I'm afraid that I'm not all that proficient with the dancing. However, I would certainly like to try it with you, if you would be willing.
I would love to. And you're not a bad dancer. We had a great time at the ball previously. And she spins at you.
In that case, I would say that you are a good teacher, whether you will it or not. And I will take her by I will just take her up, and I guess we will try and dance.
Give me a performance check with advantage, please. Pass. You beautiful dance together. It's just absolutely stunning ballroom dancing. You just glide.
Wonderful. And I will do a circuit right around the floor. How many dancers are there to come? Because we haven't got dance cards this time round.
No,
have we?
you don't. You just dance with whoever, whenever you want. This is just the first performance. It's up to people if they want to get up and sing. They don't have to. There's a band that's going to be playing throughout anyway. So you don't have to dance because this isn't like a ball.
Yeah.
It's just up to you what you want to do.
Well, I did, and I will say quietly to her, and I'll just say, I do, however, draw the line at singing, unless you would care to enthrall us all.
I would rather leave it to the professionals. He looks at Farida, as they do a great job.
I agree wholeheartedly, and I will then lead us after the dance. I will then lead us back to the table, and I will, pull the chair out so she can sit. The usual sort of niceties and all that sort of thing.
Your mum gives you kind of like a nod, like doing well. And you can tell that while you've been gone, your father has been talking to Fearon about you two.
Okay.
You can ask your brother what your dad's been saying. Davik goes to you. Brother, shall we go and get some drinks for the table?
A fine idea. Please excuse us, and we will head on up.
He warns you, saying he's been talking about when you get married, because normally it's the bride's father that pays, and because there is no father, he's with our new title. We do have more accesses to finance and things, so he offered. Fearon took it as an insult and says she wanted to pay. They've been brokering things. I suggested them going 50-50. They've agreed. She is quite intimidating, and he is not good at backing down. You may want to. I think he's going to stop talking about the subject with you two at the table, since I assume you're in a courtship.
Not quite yet. Not, well, hopefully.
You haven't asked her. I just assumed.
Let's assume that I am working up the courage to do so. Or I am perhaps waiting for the opportune moment.
2 shots of dwarven whiskey, please. He gives you one and you one. He slams his and you have yours.
I absolutely will slam it.
And he says, how much more courage do you need? Luckily, this is a free bar.
Very well. Yeah, okay. And I'll just grab whatever drinks I've ordered, and then I'll just head back. With them.
As you head back, he says, I'd take her somewhere away from everyone when you ask her.
I figured that one out.
And he just nods his head as you go back. Leading us back to the Dukey. Hey, Tharian.
Hello.
Do you want to do a perception check to see if you clocked? Because I'm guessing you don't get up and dance because you're Tharian. Not quite high enough.
That's fine.
You do have a lucky and you do have inspiration.
This is the last event of the day, isn't it, really?
Mm-hmm. But you have had a long rest after the exhaustion of the prison.
Yeah, but we're going to get another long rest shortly because it's going to be a whole different day, right?
Mm-hmm. And also,
I'll use a lucky. Why not?
there we go. Reroll, please, Tharian.
It's a cool 29.
Oh, that's good.
There we go. You hear. So, because you didn't get up and dance, I'm going to say Elandra went up to dance with Jimmy and Jimmy's kids. You sit there. You and Prince Dalby are kind of listening, and he gives you a look and you give him a look when you hear them mentioning, like, them kind of arguing about who would be paying for if they were to get married. And Prince Dalby goes, oh my. And luckily, his date, Countess Aurora and Duchess Anua, they both got up and danced as well, so their dates don't hear this, neither does Chestnut and Oak, because they got up and danced, and it's just kind of the gentleman left at the table, if you will. So he hears as well and goes, oh my, I wouldn't like to be in his position when he returns.
Just sort of shrug.
King Dalby, hearing the prince say that, just chuckles a little bit.
Even squabbles like this is far better than where we were just one day ago.
This is true. This is very true. And then you hear Darvek Faranold suggest the 50-50 and them agreeing to it and shaking hands. Whew. Jasminium looks like she's gonna come up and try and drag you both to dance. You see this gleam in her eyes. Prince Dalby turns to you and says, "She's going to be a handful, isn't she?"
Oh, yes.
Oh. Yes, courtly stuff. She skips over, asks you both to dance. Prince Dalby says, "We're actually in the middle of some court business." "But this is a celebration." "I understand, but it's ahead of the trial tomorrow." She frowns and then goes over to her mum. Her mum takes her hand and goes to dance and just gives you two a look of tisk tisk.
Just simply be untoward to dance with the princess before they dance with the person I'm courting, so surely.
The song ends, they return to the table. Anything else you do at this moment?
Yeah, I think I'll dance with Alandra.
Okay, so for whoever sings the next song, it'll be you dancing with Alandra, and the next performance is Jimmy and the Kids.
Is that the band name?
It's either that or Jimmy Stars. I'm not too sure. Jimmy Stars of the Star Family. I'll call it Jimmy and the Kids.
Or Stars of the Show?
Yeah, Stars of the Show. We'll go with that. Stars of the Show, ready to wow you all. And him and the kids will start singing. Little Jessie has a beautiful singing voice. Johnny's voice kind of broken in, and he's got a little bit of a husky rocker kind of voice. Whereas, you know who Jimmy's a parody of. We don't have to mention that. So Tharian gets...
It's not quite a parody, it's more of a homage.
Homage, sorry. Farida, your performance ends. You're about to go sit down when Jimmy, whereas the stars of the show get up to perform. Are you gonna dance with Locke? Tharian...
Jimmy's not going to invite me up to sing with him.
No, he's singing with his kids.
Damn it.
You've just had a performance. This is mine. But
we're
yeah,
a team. We have an whole album and everything.
he's had an album previously with Alandra as well, you know. But he's going to be doing a tour with his kids. So, so are you gonna? Plus, Locke offers you his hand, as in, do you want to dance with him?
Of course, I do.
So, Tharian and Farida, give me performance checks with advantage, please.
Performance with advantage, you say?
Mm-hmm. You get the advantage from your partner, and it will need a 1 again.
Why does it only do 1?
Oh, 19, 26.
Beautiful, both of you. Beautifully dancing with your partners of choice. Azzy.
Yes.
You look around, you see these people going to dance. You've just danced with Cherry.
Mhm.
Anya says to you, if you want, her and I kind of befriended each other, so if you want, her and I can have a walk around and see if she likes anyone. If you wanna, if there's anything you need to do, or you can come round with us and we'll have a look at potential suitors.
I'm great for suitors. I'm not sure yet what I'm doing, but totally take Cherry for a look around. Cherry, there's some guys with horns. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, you're a Seda girl.
No, but literally, yeah.
Anya's just giving you a look as, I know why. And Cherry's like, what do you mean? Anya's like, okay, I'm going to give you a reading list. It's probably stuff your sister's already read you to the twinkle she's got in her eye about satyrs.
Anya, want to start a book club?
Hey, I can tell what books you read, okay? I
I also think it's apology.
Yeah, and they happen to be most of the time topless. Either that or the books, and I know you read. I read the Conclave this morning and found out you're well, I assume you're the bookworm hot mess that's mentioned. I mean, sorry. Oh no, that Conclave hasn't been, has it? I read a previous Conclave that referred to you as like a hot mess. So I assume you've read these books.
I mean, if the term fits.
Hot mess, huh?
But yeah, no.
Hey,
Please.
I give one guy a black eye, you try and do magic on another. You're cool in my book. So Cherry, they are like a cart of revelry and partying and stuff, and they get up to naughty acts. Okay, you are too innocent and pure for them. Maybe not them. Maybe they're more for either me or your sister, but not you. You're too pure. Okay. Oh, come on, agree with me. They would wreck her.
Give her a couple of years out of the cave. Do you mind? But yes, while you do that, I'm gonna go and get us some more drinks. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, she has a look around, and they have a look around, notice some, looks at the different men. She's like, she's been told by Anya not to look at too long, because that could be seen as lustful behaviour, which is a no-no. Because Anya's remembered some stuff from courts, not other things, like not giving someone a black eye. Even if they serve it.
They get a black eye, okay?
And they pass Caspian with the black eye, and Cherry whispers, "Is that the guy?" And he just gives a nod. He's like, "He's handsome." He's okay. And she was like, and Anya says, "I've read past conclaves. Apparently, that's the one your sister's after. Don't make eyes with him. Don't make eyes with him." Oh, he's quite handsome. They're whispering, but if a certain person had birds out, they may catch some of this. Hi, Tharian. Tharian, to see if your birds pick this up, could you give me an either investigation or perception check? This is not with advantage. Because there are a lot of people and your birds may get distracted. 28, yeah, your birds clock this and will come and like tweet this a little bit in your ear, what they hear. She like, they like give side eyes to different people, and she's like, stay away from like the satyrs. Very, yeah, let's just. And some of the people who've been imprisoned, she's like, "Oh, he's quite handsome," and she's like, "Okay." And they return back to you, and Anya sits down next. This will probably lead into the next song, so I will let you know the results on your next turn. of who your sister may like. Eldracus, you the performance goes to Jimmy. You can do another performance check if you wish to continue dancing with your beloved.
Yeah.
Okay, give me another one with advantage. Beautifully executed. You continue dancing. It's almost as if your dancing almost mirrors Tharian and Elandra's dancing, and it's just like beautiful, like elven ballroom dancing. That just people are like, wow, to both couples, and they're like, Tharian's up dancing to one of the normal parties. They're like, so are them too. They're like, people are like paying attention to your dancing, and Farida's and Locke's as well.
Is it obvious that we're getting watched?
Yeah, it's obvious. Definitely
okay.
on all of your checks, it's obvious that you're all being watched.
Right, okay. As we are dancing, then, I will say quietly to her, it would seem that we have a bit of an audience.
She blushes a little and says, I don't mind.
Well, I have a question for you.
Her eyes sparkle with curiosity because she thinks she knows what this question is. Go ahead.
I'll be honest, I'm unsure whether to ask it here, surrounded by so many, or whether you would prefer a more private, intimate setting.
It's up to you when you want to ask it.
Very well. And I will, as we are dancing, and I will just say, Lady Sloche, I have enjoyed our time together immensely, and I would ask that we make this arrangement more permanent, if you would agree to such a thing.
I wouldn't agree to a courtship, yes. Perception checks, please, from Farida and Tharian. You only had to get a 15, Jim, so don't worry.
No, it's just when it teeters that just falls. It's just always amusing to me.
These are ones that were hilarious, and
Ooh,
Tharian
wrong
missed
one.
it.
Farida hears it perfectly, word for word.
That was a
Tharian,
performance.
you hear, it wasn't with advantage, just leave it at that. You got a 30.
No,
It's
she
not-
did
oh,
a
no.
performance
She did
accidentally.
performance accidentally.
Yeah.
Farida, you do not pick it up. Tharian, you do. I will also do. Let's do a couple more, shall we? So, perception. Did not get it. Did get it. So, Landra hears and. As you dance, you turn your head for a second, Eldracus, and you see your sister beaming at you. She heard you. You know she did.
That's fine. I've no doubt I'll get ribbed about something in that later. Or clap on the back, I don't know. But we'll see. But I will continue the dance. And I will just be quiet after that. And everything else, I will not pay attention to. It will just be me dancing with my new lady, I suppose.
There will be a part that she will have to leave you to go take around Jasminium and
course.
Endora.
Mhm.
But for now, she's just enjoying dancing with you. Varian, as Jimmy's song ends, Landra turns to you and says, "What instrument do you play?"
I'm not very good, but I have been known to dabble in the lyre.
Well, I hope you can keep up. And she drags you on stage with her. You are the next.
What? What? No, no!
And I assume you want to give her the advantage because her performance is probably better than yours.
100%! I'm not that sort of bard.
32. You're not that bad. You stay, like, your playing matches her voice beautifully. And it is a magical performance. And she looks at you lovingly as she sings. Farida, do you slow dance during this with Locke? This romantic ballad.
Yeah,
Okay.
staring lovingly into his eyes.
Aww. Give me a performance check with advantage, please.
I tried that sing some work last time. Right now.
So just click ADV first and then do your roll and it should work.
What I've done, but it just keeps giving me one dice. Doing it. Should I just try like right clicking and get an extra dice? Is that better?
You can try that one, but we'll go with the highest one of the two. So it'll be. The only problem is it adds it together.
29.
29. Thank you, Trev. Beautifully continue to dance. Azalea. Princess
Yes.
Anya returns with your sister.
Ooh, did you see anyone nice?
There is some handsome ones. Anya pointed out one that you might be after.
I'm not after anybody. Eyes shift side to side.
Anya goes, Willows is alone. And Duchess River Torrent seems to be making the rounds. It seems he might be single.
I mean, that's his business.
I
I'm
see.
go.
Okay.
I'm sure if he wanted to talk to me, he could have sought me out to the library yesterday.
Who were you with in the library?
Cherry?
Probably didn't want to interrupt you too.
He only says we're 5. I'm sure he'd be fine interrupting me.
I'm sure you'd be fine interrupting him.
Who's he talking to, like?
So we did a circuit round as she looked at the men. She did look at some of the satyrs, some of the ones that were liberated as well. I had to cool her down because, you know, they're trusted men.
Mhm.
There's a few of the more payless, some of the dark elves. Do we call them dark elves or in Sealy? Some of
I think
them.
Dark Elves is a derogatory term.
Yeah. Hey, it's what they're called. Don't be like that.
Dark elves is just slow.
I mean, you've been locked away for like 5-10 years, so maybe you're not aware of that.
There was a couple of men that she did like the look of. So it's up to her if she wants to give you a list. Some of them are satyrs, because there's a lot of part satyrs that were in that prison. One of them that we might be going over and talking to when she feels comfortable.
I wonder who it is. Did you not were you not able to talk to anybody at all when you were in the cells then?
They both have this kind of look. I went, so Cherry looks at Anya, and Anya says, we weren't allowed to, or bad things would happen. I was often told off for singing, beaten for it, even if it calmed the children. And Cherry and Jasminium, we tried whispering through ourselves when they weren't paying attention, or we knew they were sleeping. And we did get to have conversations during then. Like myself, Cherry, Jasminium, and Prince Craig, we had conversations. We try and calm down the little kids when, as they called him, the mean man, not knowing it was their father, would come and try and do bad things.
Oh gosh.
Locke
We're
knows,
out now. It's fine.
yeah, Locke knows some of what it was like, as does Farida, but it was horrible in there. When people were tortured, we could hear the screaming. It would make the kids cry. And as you hear that, you see 4 little children skip over from Thorana's table who are just about to go to bed. And they go, it's Miss Anya and Miss Cherry. Anya smiles at them and goes, hey kiddos. And they go, Mom, she was the one who was singing to us. And she gives them a warm smile and says, thank you. Anya says, they were a delight. I'm sorry you were parted from them for so long. And Thorana just nods and says, I'm glad to have them back.
Return to Thorana, because obviously we all now feel like maybe she wasn't just a complete B word.
Yeah.
For no reason. And obviously, because at one point we were friends when we were younger, I'll tell her, have you taken the children to the library to see the books when we were kids? Like the Dancing Princesses. They might like that to go to bed.
There's only some parts of the trial that I need to be there for, so during that time I was gonna, if you would accompany me, my friends, I was gonna take them there.
Perfect. I bet Cherry would like to see some of the stories as well from when we were kids.
She turns to them and says, so this lovely lady here is Auntie Azalea, and that would make Cherry Auntie Cherry, and because you love her so much, we'll say Anya's Auntie Anya as well, and they go, yay! And a couple of the kids give you a hug and say, and hi Auntie Azalea.
I hook them back slightly awkwardly because I don't really like hooking people in general. But yay.
Ghost Orchid comes over and says, I'll take the kids in for you. You just enjoy this. She goes, Orchid, you deserve to take part in this just as much as me. And Orchid just gives a half smile and says, I'm not used to this. I'm happy to. Took the little kiddies in. She just nods and you turn instinctively, as does Thorena, and you see that Duke Bolt and Lord Willows are in a discussion, and they're just like laughing, as if they've become friends. It's very strange. And Thorena turns back to you and says, "I'm happy with how things have played out. I hope you will be too."
Yeah, it's good to see that you and Balti are getting along.
At one point, I was your best friend, and I know you well enough to know. I know the secrets that we shared as kids. And when you're ready, I know what you're going to do. And you need to do it sooner rather than later, because honestly, the last woman who was attached to him, she ain't you.
Yeah, but I said okay last time, so I don't think he's going to talk to me.
Then you need to apologize. I will get Bolt to come back. I have a plan for Bolt to come back. I'm going to put myself down for the next performance and get him on drums. So you will have your chance to speak to him, as long as Locke doesn't interfere. Just make sure that Farida's still dancing with him. But it may not be, because it's going to be a bit more of a dancey number. You want. And she just giggles. And we'll walk over to them two talking and just give Bolt a look, and you can see she's asking him to perform on drums. So that will be you. So we move back to the Count. Jim, please don't call him Count Von Count.
What's wrong with that?
I know. Ever since I said Count, I know it went straight into his mind.
It has crossed my mind on more than one occasion.
Not Count Dracula. Eesh.
No, the Count.
The Count Von Count.
The Count, absolutely.
D3, ha 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 ha. D4, ha ha ha.
1 drink, 2 drinks.
So
God, I just got that in my head now. Dancing. Left 2, 3, right 2, 3. Just going around.
are you gonna continue dancing, or is she gonna go off and do her thing?
No. Well, now that I know that she has something to do, specifically, we will head off.
You already knew that at the table, because she offered to take your sister around instead of.
Yes, that is absolutely fair enough. So, we'll head back towards the table, and I'll just say I have monopolized your time, far more than I should have. Please forgive me.
She rounds up Endora and Jasminium, and for the next few turns, her and Fearon will be introducing them to members of society. So while that is going on, what is Eldracus doing?
Who were the two people that were arguing about me?
So your brother told you your father and Fearon were, and Fearon's just gone off with Khazada to help with the two young ladies.
Well, I'll go to Daddy.
Daddy Faranor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Father.
Son.
I have heard that you are discussing my future.
Yes, I have been. You are my son, and I have a vested interest in your future.
I understand. However, I believe things are not going quite as smoothly as you may have hoped.
We have agreed at 50-50 for the when it comes, if and when it comes to you two getting married. I offered to pay the full thing. Firon was not happy with it. Your brother managed to organise it to be 50-50. However, it will be up to you both where you stay. Your mother and I have had conversations with Mira, and we will be moving abode. That house has some bad memories from us, and with our titles changing to Count and Countesses, we have been given a nicer home that we will all be moving into, and not with the memories of when we were removed from it by Raven.
I understand.
Your godmother did offer for us to stay in the High Fair Kingdom, but it's too bright for us, as you well know.
I do.
I know that you have your options in the future of whether you will stay in Unseelie or where the others are staying in the Elven Kingdom. Is completely up to yourself. No pressure from us. Just know that if you were to have babies, your mother would be pressuring you to visit very frequently. That is a lot for you to take in. I'm sorry, son.
That's all right, Father. To be honest, not unexpected. Although I am surprised that it was so soon.
Families often have these talks way in advance. It's just to make sure that everything is pre-planned, moves smoothly, such should things progress.
Fair enough. Do you have any advice?
Just always be honest with her. Except when she asks if he looks fat in a dress, the answer is no, you look lovely, dear.
That is wisdom through the ages that every man knows. Father?
There are some men that didn't know that and had to be told.
Then they are fools.
You're calling your father a fool.
Then unfortunately, I am calling my father a fool. However, I do believe that wisdom is also gained by lapses of insight.
I once accidentally told your mum the truth. She slapped me. I learned.
And your teachings you have passed on to your son.
I've also told your brother this as well. Good luck.
And for both of us, I will thank you.
Good luck with your intended taking them two round. I am worried them two are going to have a friendship and it's going to go badly. I know what your
For her or for me?
For you. I have heard rumours of what Jasminium was. Well, before we were taken, I did hear rumours of what Jasminium was like as a young child. So, if she's as mischievous as she seems, and your sister is, they could become fast friends. Which isn't bad for them both having a friend, I suppose, after what they've been through. But My gosh, I worry for poor Tharian teaching them both.
I will just smile, a big old smile across my face, and it'll just be, I am sure he will be fine. Perhaps they may find themselves on the disadvantaged side of that tutoring. That would be very interesting to overlook. Well, I have taken up a lot of your time, unless you would care for some introductions yourself.
I'm okay for now. I'm just enjoying freedom. And he'll just so your first spring spectacular and you meet the lady of your dreams straight away. I'm so happy for you, my son.
I will be honest, rather unexpectedly.
And he will sit and chat with you. Tharian, actually, everyone give me just a flat perception check. No advantage, please.
God, I did really bad on that one.
Eldrachus and Tharian. Tharian sees Eldrachus hears. So, Tharian, you see Duke Vine approach from behind Anya. You see her turn, and he too gets a black eye. You see him get a black eye and goes, "You have no right in grabbing my ass." Ugh!
What's he wearing?
He is
Not again.
He is in a vest with trousers this time. He has learned from his mistakes and has had no letter telling him to wear a toga.
All the same, I think I'm going to subtle spell levitate him, and if possible, if you'll allow it, I think I'm just going to dangle him up over the punch bowl, then drop him.
Don't ruin the punch for everyone. Come on, Tharian. There is water fountains outside.
Or how about the outhouse? Seems appropriate for a piece of shit.
Go, I want to make this come down to a roll for you. So do your
Yeah, it comes out a roll for levitate anyway.
okay.
So it would be Constitution saving throw.
Give me a second. Con save, you say?
Con save. Fails. Does not meet my DC.
Okay then. You describe what happens when you hear this.
Just because I'm just finishing up the performance with Alandra on stage, where I would have witnessed this, yeah? As he steps back from being, struck, he barely notices that he's slowly... his feet are just barely off the ground. But he is travelling in the direction of the outhouses and slowly turning upside down. So there is a period for him of realisation of, oh no, it's happening again. Oh no, this is where I'm going.
Kogo sees this happen and just has a belly laugh during this, because he agrees with Anya. He should not have done this to a princess. Anya goes, "Apologies, ladies. Sorry, apologies. Because this will be of when she was walking around with Cherry, She goes, apologies, Cherry, this normally doesn't happen. This guy, piece of shit. Sorry, not supposed to say language like that. Ugh. But yeah, Farida, you'll have heard. You did not. You kind of see the aftermath. Actually, no, you don't until Locke points it out to you that Duke Vine's going in the way of the outhouse, and your sister's kind of cracking her knuckles.
Mm. What's she gonna do?
And then I'll say that she'll have like taken Cherry round again just to see if she was ready to talk to that guy. Not ready. She cracks her knuckles as if she was going to go in for more, and then sees where he's going, and then she's like, nah, he's going to be covered in shit. But is wondering who was her saviour. She's like, I could have taken him myself. It's fine.
Yeah.
Are you ready for your introduction? Not yet. Cherry looks a little embarrassed and she's like, fine, we'll leave it for now. Are you sure you don't want to talk to him yet? I'm sure. He says, fine, but if you don't talk to him tonight, you have to at the masked ball, okay? Fine. I'm telling your sister. And Thari and you hear that whole conversation, as does Eldracus. The ladies are none the wiser. Frida's just too busy watching her magical rainbow cocktail, as are you just like, you're still trying to work out how it does that, whereas Frida's just like, it's those sparkly, shiny.
Sparkly, water, shiny.
I'll never forget doing that, Vicky. So
I think I do actually have a spell that's actually called that. I named it.
You named it after my random comment of what
shiny, sparkly water.
What a shiny, sparkly. Tharian, we move to you. Now, you've just done that as part of yours. Is there anything else you do?
I'm getting off the stage. I'm not comfortable performing. It's not a thing that's really for me.
She asks for your hand to help her down from the stage.
Of course.
And she just whispers in your ear, you did beautifully. I know it's not what you're used to, but you were great at ballet. You were not as bad as you think you are.
It's very kind of you to say, my lady.
And she will take your arm as you walk back to your table.
Mm-hmm.
After the stars have performed, the next performance is Thorena with Duke Bolt on the drums, which is more of a like everybody get up and dance kind of song, which is not your beat at all. So Tharian, you can do some networking if you want to ahead of the next day, or it's up to you what you want to do.
Well, how late is this in the evening? Would absences be noticed?
Absences would be noticed when people do make their leave.
Mm.
We're saying like this is like the first hour, so it'll be going to 8 o'clock next. Like
Okay.
it's expected that people will probably start dispersing around 10 and 11.
Okay, so too early to. Yeah. Okay.
These hamburgers are great.
I guess I would just be making pleasantries. Yeah. I suppose I have to live up to my new station.
Tharian, don't forget to get it something to eat.
I will make sure I have something to eat. Have no fear.
Kids, this is your Uncle Tharian. He's a great dude.
That's very kind of you to say, but a bit of an exaggeration, perhaps.
And Auntie Elandra. Hey, you're one of my best friends. Of course you're gonna be their uncle. Don't be daft. And you two are gonna meet Auntie Farida in a bit. Just waiting for her to have a minute when she stops dancing, and then we'll go over and I'll introduce you. So I remember at one point you were thinking of going over to speak to TP or Tago.
Yes, I'd definitely be sure. I suppose it'll be during this time because I did ask everyone that I would be thanking people for their service for what they did at the prison.
Okay. So who's the first person that you want to go to?
You want me to individually name 20 people and rank them? I ain't doing that.
You don't have to go to all 20 people on that evening.
But Tharian would, is what I'm saying.
We'll say that you go around them, but for those that you want to have a longer conversation with, we'll do that, which I'm guessing is either TP or Tago or both.
No, I don't think I want to push it too far because I know there were some goblins that we invited along that rejected it.
Some helped on the outside instead.
Yeah, I know, but there were some who flat out refused. I remember that. So the last thing I want to do is put TP in a position where he's, I don't want to make his position in his court more untenable.
I will say this, those who didn't help on the other side of the prison eventually did give aid to those on the other side of the portal.
Right, okay.
So you don't have to worry about that. For even Raxus the Squealer helped.
Wow, and he survived as well at level 1. Amazing.
He's now level 2.
He's now level 2. Amazing. After all that. Okay, so yeah, I'll go to thank TP for allowing Tago to help.
He just nods and says, I'm not very good at his voice, so I'm just going to talk normally, and you'll have to just...
Oh, gosh.
It wasn't a problem, and that he was happy for Tago to help. He was also happy to heal people on the other side as they came through, the people who came through from the prison quite battered and injured. He was, he didn't get to do much fighting. He just focused on healing people.
Well, all the same, it's just about recognizing the will and the effort, I guess, more than anything.
He nods and says, I think Tago would prefer it from you directly. You don't have to thank me.
Then I shall make my gratitude known to Tago, and I will look for the tiny little goblin.
So you look for the tiny little goblin, who is currently looking at Jara Zobi from a distance, and then sees you approach and goes, "Hi."
Good evening, Tago. Was something on your mind?
No.
Insight check. Not that I think I need to with a response like that, all the same.
Tago just has to be 16 with a deception check. And doesn't. You saw who he was looking at. He has a crush on Jarazobi.
Mm.
It's a little cute goblin.
Just file that in my head for later. And I'll sort of like kneel down to get to Tago's level and say, I wanted to thank you for your invaluable aid and efforts in the prison.
Tago was happy to help.
I'm sure, but if not for your scouting abilities, we might not have had the success that we did. So I wanted to be sure to personally thank you. And I have requisitioned these, and I'll dip into my pocket and pull out some dice made out of diamond for him.
His eyes go wide. He takes them, bows deeply. Thank you, Varian. This means a lot to me.
Well, I'm glad they make you happy.
His eyes like on the brink of tears, and he's trying to hold it back because he's so very grateful. Because as you know, Tago's favourite thing is dice.
Yes,
He loves his math rocks.
he does. And then I'll say, before I take my leave and allow you to enjoy the rest of your evening, you were very heroic in that prison. And sometimes the greatest act of heroism you can take for oneself would be to be honest with yourself and with others. Talk to her and see what happens.
Oh. I forgot. Did you see what happened?
Oh, well, many things have happened, but what do you mean in particular?
When we came back through the portals, something did happen.
Well,
Azra kissed TP.
oh, I see. Is that why he's got a bit of more swagger in his step?
Yeah.
Marvellous. Well, I shall leave you to find your own successes in that venture.
When I'm ready.
Of course, but
Did those math rocks I gave you help?
they did. Were it not for them, we would have had a much harder time of it.
I'm glad.
That's why I had to make sure to repay you in kind with the finest materials I could find.
And I helped get people out of their prison. Thank you for including me. It was good to save people. I'm Super Tago.
You certainly are, my friend.
And he does a little hero pause as he says that.
Well, I shall leave you to enjoy your evening, Tago.
And
Then I'll just continue my way around.
okay. We move to Farida. Are you gonna get up and dance this rocking tune with Thorena singing and Duke Bolt on the drums, or are you gonna do a little bit of networking?
Maybe go and see Jimmy, seeing as he was wanting to introduce me to his kiddies.
Jimmy sees you start to make your way towards the table. And he'll go, Jesse, Johnny, this is your Auntie Farida. Jesse's like, hi, you sing so beautifully. Daddy, no more
Oh, thank
cheeseburgers. Cholesterol is still
I
a
do
bad
like
thing for elves.
So do your kiddies like bright rainbow colours?
I do. Johnny's more of a dark and moody sort.
I don't do dark and moody, but I do rainbow.
I love rainbow.
I flash my hair at them.
I love your hair. It's so pretty. Do I feel a collaboration coming on between you two? You're replacing me, Farida.
I was already replaced.
Well,
It seems.
can you blame me? And he kind of like messes Johnny's hair, and Johnny quickly smooths it back out as if Dad. And he goes, Dad, I'm just happy to have you both back.
Can I do like a, I don't know, like show them something cool, like dancing lights or something, just to say, just because they might find it quite cool.
Yeah, you can do. Just you'll have to use the spell slot.
That's fine. Where is it? Try to find it. This is just literally what do I do to do that? Do I just click on it? Use power.
I can't.
What are you doing? What spell?
What's her cantrip?
Dancing light.
For some reason, the cantrips are missing off some of these sheets. Let's do.
Isn't it just use power?
Just say that you use it, and you used yours, and she uses hers because she also has dancing lights.
Hey.
Yeah.
You create a little show for them.
And you both kind of aim it at the stage and do these swelling lights, and Thorena gives you a smile on stage.
And if the kiddies do like small cute animals, we've got lots of them.
Well, them two, they're not that young. So Johnny is 17, so next year he would be going to the spectacular anyway. Whereas Jessie, she's 16, so she's got a couple of years until it's her turn.
Well, it's still cute animals. Everyone loves cute
Yeah.
animals.
Well, the very small kiddies have already gone off to bed, so unfortunately they won't get to see them because it is quite late for them. But them two are allowed to stay up, and they're allowed they're allowed one adult drink. Jimmy's permitting them one. Jessie looks at your Jessie looks at your cocktail mesmerized and goes, "That looks amazing." Dad? Yes, Pumpkin. Can I try a Farida cocktail? That will be your one adult drink of the night. Yes, Daddy. Anything for you, Pumpkin. Now, my little rebel, what are you gonna have? And he's looking at the cocktails, trying to decide what to have. They're going to be the same ones that's going to be at the masquerade ball as well, just so you know. I'll try a Jimmy Star, please, waiter. Yeah! Make it two. I'll have one. Markets. Locke comes over and he goes, "Kids, this is your Uncle Locke." And Locke kind of gives you like a bewildered look and then like a nod of recognition because you two were so close. And he's like, "Happy to meet you both." He feels a little bit awkward, and you knowing Locke so well, you can tell. He kind of has. Locke kind of has a lost expression for a moment, then comes back to normal. If you want to insight that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Inside.
You can tell it's something he may have remembered while he was asleep. You can ask it when you're on the way back to the table, or whisper, ask him at the table. It's up to you when you want to ask him.
Yeah, I'll ask him at the table.
He looks to Azalea and says, "Let's just say my aunt is not a good person. Seems My mind was altered by her as well as the Dark Queen. Azzy, you would have heard this because you would have been sat near your brother. I assume because you weren't dancing at the time. Do you mention that you've had similar memory?
I've had days of dust in my face.
She did the same to me. And Aster on the table says, me too. King Vetch hears this and his face seems very annoyed. King Tidal turns to King Vetch and says, seems your ex-wife was a piece of work. It seems so. I did not know the depth of her deception, and I now remember saying to her I was going to leave, and she did the same thing to me. Quite a lot of it as well. I don't know where she was getting the stuff from, but it seemed whoever created that magic must be one of the people who imprisoned, and their magic ceasing to work. King Tidal nods, says, I think you and I, Vetch, need to go have a drink with Kogo. He says, I think so too. And King Ice Tidal kisses his wife, Queen Aquafina Tidal, on the cheek and says, back in a bit, boy stuff. And she raises her hand and says, not like last time with you three. Nope. King Tidal frowns and still goes over. And she puts her head in her hands for a moment and then composes herself and goes and looks to Azalea and Farida and says, them three together is never a good thing. While the musical performance was going on, Azalea, did you get up and dance, or were you up to something? Having seen the punch and then the throw of your ex-fiancé.
I think I took the run of the advice, and as well, Cherry had been out and about walking and had grabbed some drinks. I just sort of sidestep over to a certain childhood friend.
How subtly do you sidestep?
Like, I think it's subtle, it's really obvious.
Okay, so if anyone wanted to see what you're up to, they could.
Probably, because, like, I'm probably wearing a dress that makes a little bit of noise. Like, swish, 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 swish. That's what I've sidestepped over.
So, Farida, Tharian, Eldrakas, if you had been in the mine too, you would have been watching this.
I'm just like, turns out there's a drink named after you. Do you want one? I just shove it in his face.
It slightly spills in his face and he's taken aback and goes, Azalea, hi. Hi.
Hey. If I can Azzy, they're good too.
He takes a drink and says, thank you. You should be careful about how much you drink.
I'm being good. This is my second one tonight.
He gives you a look and says, I might not be able to sneak you away into the library this time. How's things going with Cherry? You were in the library earlier, telling her stories?
Yeah, I was showing her all the books you showed me when I was younger. The fairy tales.
I bet she would have enjoyed them after everything she's been through.
Yeah, I can't read them as well as you did.
I've noticed her going around with Farida's sister that we liberated. Well, sorry, that you liberated. Seems
You guys helped. You worked on the outside. You did just as much as we did.
I got to do a lot of cool things outside. He just thinks for a moment and remembers that perfect accuracy shot going through that skull lord that you saw as you were coming through the portal. It was the last part of the fight. He was like, I did some cool stuff.
Yeah, I saw it. Could have been an epic book. Like, adventure book thing. Like, like stuff. Yeah.
I'll have to tell you. I can tell you both a story sometime.
I mean, Cherry might be busy making.
Mickey, oh, she has the etiquette classes to go to, doesn't she? Locke was telling me earlier.
Yeah, she's super busy. Like, all the time.
You have so many extra siblings now.
Yeah, but I did my etiquette training, so I get to chill out.
Depends if you mess up again. He just gives you a little laugh.
I can't mess up if I stay with the right people.
And the next two performers get up during this. It is Poa and Paradita. It is a little bit of a slower dance, and he starts things and stops himself and says, how are you doing now?
I mean, it's a surprise that I've got so many family members and that Arya can now officially be recognised. Interesting.
King's Court and sort, though. It's not normal for... as I'm sure you've read, it's not normal in courts for them to take a human consort, so it's normally looked down on, but I'm guessing after everything, people are a bit more lax right now.
Yeah, I think after everything's gone on, nobody's going to besmirch people who they love.
Especially after, like, our queen. Whew. Piece of work.
Yeah, besides all of the looking over her children and stuff, she wasn't the worst when I remember her.
However, you've remembered that she did do some
I know.
memory tampering with you, but...
Yeah. So I'm joking, it's like sort of what I remember, and then sort of like roll my eyes a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says to you, I think it's best you get to know your new family members before anything else. Give me an insight check to Willow's.
Insight check.
Good girl. I'm so
Yeah.
glad. There's like a lot of emotion in his face. You can tell that like the previous the acceptance of the engagement ring. Previously, how you accepted it, how you behaved, it did psychologically affect him, and he is not there yet in the terms of maybe asking to court you again. He would need time.
That's fine.
So it's more like you two, building up that kind of bond you had before. But you do see because Tharian, I believe, a ring box is given to him. Back to him?
Yes.
Yeah. You do see that there is a ring box in his trousers. As the conclave...
I'm looking at his trousers, obviously.
Of course you are. You're a little pervert. You've already told me. Your character is. You just kind of like look by one of his hands just to see if he's got any rings or anything on him, just instinctively. And as the conclave hasn't come out yet, you don't know what's about to be in it. And he says, River and I broke up.
I imagine the jail break was a lot for a relationship that's new.
It was more of something happened to me in the maze and it made me forget some stuff and it made me act a little different, partially towards you. And which is, I think, why I agreed to the courtship of River. But coming back and everything that we dealt with on the other side of the portal, I needed to do something for me, and she is a lovely lady. She's just not for me. Though she did do a kindness as we broke up and repaired what had happened in the maze.
How did you repair it if she didn't know?
I think she realised something had happened to me and just used some. She was one of the healers on the outside
Oh, okay.
to kind of help mental and physical healing, and she helped repair what was lost for me.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that you're feeling better.
The maze was interesting. I ended up helping Farida a lot.
Really got some really cute animals too.
Yeah. I saw you got a little kitty cat.
Yeah, they're back at the palace now, enjoying their life.
I look forward to playing with your new pets at some point. And as Locke's best friend, I may have to do some travelling to the Mermaid Court in the near future.
I'd like to go and see Farida too. And I'd probably need an escort if you wanted to see whether or not Vetch would allow it.
Yeah, can do.
Cool.
Cool.
Want to go get another drink? I'll
Yeah.
have lemonade this time.
Good girl. And you two go up to the bar. We move to the Count, Von Count. Count Farinal.
There's not a great deal that Eldrachus would want to do per se tonight. Not really.
Well then, there is something that will happen to you then instead.
Okay.
Lord Andreas Onyx walks up to you and says, I'm sorry with how my brother behaved towards you. If you remember, he's the brother of Tamar.
Mm-hmm. The apology is, although appreciated, not necessary. It was not you, and there have been a great many things done to others that the innocent are apologizing or paying for.
I know, but as Mira does herself, I also like to apologize for the failings of my family. And
They would not be family if they were not failing.
that's true. I could see from afar your sister seems to be up to sisterly antics.
Oh yes, she certainly has a way with things like that. I believe they will get along famously.
He just smiles and says, Mira has asked if you would like to pop over for a moment.
Of course. We'll just head over.
Mira gives you a soft smile and says, I am very nervous about becoming a potential monarch. There is a few people that I will be counting on being advisors, and I was wondering if you would grant me the honor of being one of mine.
I don't know what to say. Certainly unexpected. I would have imagined that you would have had a great deal of your own already.
There is some that are of... I am choosing to replace the ones my mother had. I do not trust a lot of them, and I would rather have people that I trust in place as my advisors. You are, of course, one of them. If you would do me the honor of being one of my advisors, I would request it, please.
The honor is mine. Of course, I will accept.
I was also going to ask if you would be kind of one of our international... Is it international? One of our ambassadors as well to visit the Elven Kingdom. It would mean that you would get to, if Khazada does go back, it means you'd get to visit her more often. In fact, you could even stay there and still be part of the Unseelie if you so choose.
Eldrakas, you'll just stay quiet for the moment, but she'll be able to see that he is thinking about all of this. And you'll just say, I wonder if I wonder if they can get sun parasols in my shade.
We have many. And I'm sure we can get some in your shade. And she smiles and says, I'm glad you accepted. And she does that, and they bring some very expensive dark elven wine out for you to drink and toast to.
I will drink, I will toast, I will behave myself as etiquette will allow with my princess, because I am still an Unseelie, and she is still my princess for the moment. Soon, quite possibly, to be my queen. So I don't want to make a complete and utter arse of myself. So I will behave as best I can.
There is someone I do need to speak to, so I will let you get back to your family.
I am always at your service, princess. And I will depart. And I will head over. I will actually head over to the family first. And I'll go to see my father, I think. And whomever else happens to be with him. Whether it's other family members or whatever.
You see that he has gone to join the King Trio with drinking.
Is he drunk? Is he hammered?
Not quite yet.
Not quite yet.
He's a little tipsy.
Right. In that case, then I will leave it. I will leave it alone.
He sees
Um,
you look for a moment. He beckons you to come over. You just go kind of no, no, thank you.
well, I'll go over and
Okay.
I won't be rude, but I won't tell him anything, especially what I've just agreed to in his drunkenness.
Gentlemen, this is my son. Have you seen the beauty he snagged? And they cheers to you. They give you a drink.
I will drink, but I will be careful about exactly how much I'm drinking. I don't want to lose all of my senses.
dwarven whiskey. It is strong stuff.
I
You've
will.
already had one shot of this.
Yeah. I will. I will have another shot. I'll slam a shot, and I'll just.
King Kogo then goes to freedom, and everyone has another shot. You are given another shot. With the different things.
Before I take this shot, when they go to freedom, all right, I'll go, and the rewards that go with it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Freedom and peace, and then I will slam it down, and then now excuse me, my I believe that my betrothed will be
Betrothed?
No.
Yeah, your dad goes
What about-
betrothed.
No. What?
Your mother has your grandma's engagement ring for when it's the time.
That was Trev not thinking of the word. That was just Trev not thinking of the word that I needed. What is it? It's not courtesan.
Just say my lady.
My lady. Right, okay, we'll go with my lady. Now, I must escort.
I will say in your
My lady.
drunkenness, you do actually slip out that little bit, and then your dad does say that, and then you're like, my lady, and then...
Yeah, and I'll just slam the empty glass down, and I'll.
Yeah, your brother passes you, before you get to the table, he passes you a glass of water and says, I'll keep an eye on Dad. You drink this water.
I will absolutely chug it and then get another one.
Anyone who may have been listening to that will need to do a DC 15 perception check, which I'm guessing Tharian will probably really want to do. No, Tharian? Jim? I said if you wanted to hear any of that, it would be a DC 15 perception check.
Well, it would be rude not to.
It wouldn't. It really wouldn't. Oh,
Just know everything, don't I? Just know everything.
you just know everything. Okay.
Farida and Azalea, you two can as well if you choose to.
I think I'm too distracted.
What about
Yeah,
you?
I think I probably am as well.
Okay.
Probably just, getting involved in all the music and, dancing around and stuff. Being silly.
Okay.
And I'll then head over to Cassida if she's even. Go on.
She sat at the table in a conversation with your sister and Jasminium.
Uh-huh.
As she sees you approach, she pats the seat next to your sister, and your sister sees you coming and just kind of rolls her eyes as if, oh no, I have to stop talking about this.
May I intrude?
Of course.
I hope you're not giving away all of my secrets.
None of your secrets, just I know theirs.
You must be saving my own secrets for another time, then.
Jasmine, I know so many of his secrets from before I was in the dark place. And Kazada goes, well, we can always talk about them later. And she giggles.
I have no doubt that you will. Is there still music and stuff going on?
Yeah.
Right. How long is it until like the end
You,
of the evening?
you've got probably one more round after this one.
Right. Okay. In that case, then I am going to go out. I will extract myself from them, the table. They're gossiping and obviously talking about me. And then I
They're
will.
not actually, if you remember that we led round to see what boys they
Yes.
liked. So it was a chat about boys. Which
Right. Okay.
I will ask, Tharian, did you leave a bird nearby to listen in?
Why not?
How did I guess? So rude. Anyway, go on.
Just old habits die hard, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
And I will. I'll get another glass of water. And I will head away from the place at the moment. Not like far away or out of sight or anything like that. Just where it's a bit quieter, and I will stand and drink my water and look up at the stars and just contemplate everything that has been offered and what I've agreed to do. And have doubt,
Okay.
as you would in that sort of situation. Have I done the right thing? What am I doing? Is it right? Could I survive in the daylight? For as long as it would take to be in the Elven Court. All of that sort of stuff.
It's not just high elf. The Elven Court is split into three. There is the Dark Elf area, the Wood Elf area, and the High Elf area. So you would be visiting all three.
Yes. So if I'm an ambassador, that's what I mean. I'll be
Yeah.
going to all three. So it's the constant having not been in the light all that much, to then being in it at least 2/3 more than what I have been in the past. Just all of that sort of stuff. He's a dog elf after all.
But as you think of all this, you know that Kazada is the right-hand woman to the Duchess there.
Mhm.
And it means that you can spend more time, like, as you visit, you can choose to stay in the Dark Elf area.
Mhm.
As the place where you like sleep and frequent.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're needed,
yeah.
you can go to the other places. As an
Mhm.
ambassador, you won't have to spend all your time in the sun, just some of it.
Mhm.
And it means,
But some of it is still more than what it has been.
yeah, but
That's what he's.
quite a lot of it will be indoors anyway, so you'll be shielded from the sun. And it does mean that you'll have to get along with Tharian.
That's fine. I'll keep my eye on him. I'll try and determine some of his methods. Maybe adopt some of my own. We'll see.
And this'll be the last round of that before we go to nightfall, and then. So Tharian,
Yes.
as you listen to the beautiful music in the background, Princess Mira walks over to you. Hello, Tharian.
Princess Mira, how may I be of assistance?
May we have a private word?
Of course.
And as you walk a bit away from your table so you're not overheard, so you're not in earshot of everyone, I want to say thank you.
Thank me? Whatever for?
You know what you did for Ryro and I.
Hmm.
I know you believed. You have believed for quite a while that I should be the next queen, and I have doubted. Still have my doubts. But you've made it easier for me to accept the position. And I am very grateful.
While I am glad you are finding it a more tenable position for yourself, the thanks needn't necessarily go to me. You have earned any and all commendations for your station by your own merits.
But you made it possible for me to be able to marry Ryro should I return and take that position.
No, you did. It wouldn't be
Stop
possible.
it. Tharian, you and I are friends. Friends do not lie to each other, so accept the compliment, damn it.
Well, I'm not lying to you, Mira. It is the truth, but if it wasn't so easy to point out your virtues, it wouldn't have been possible. It was made possible because of what you've done.
Yes, but you still made it possible for me to be able to marry her by petitioning the advisors that I will be replacing, funnily enough. I do need to make you aware of something.
Yes?
Please take this well.
Hmm?
One of my new advisors will also be the ambassador for the Elven Court. I received your letter earlier for your recommendations that if I was to conceive a child, that it would be brought up in etiquette by yourself.
I am here to serve.
I understand the reasons for it and I accept. I will also have an ambassador that will be frequenting the Elven Courts.
Indeed.
My ambassador / advisor is Eldrakus.
I see. Wisely chosen, Your Grace.
Thank you. I was worried that for some reason I had a vibe that you two didn't get along, but I'm glad that may not be the case.
I don't think that we don't get along. I sense in the young Lord Farinol that same drive, though tempered differently, that was in myself as a younger man.
I understand. I also did it for another reason. As you know, Kazada is the right-hand lady for the Duchess in the Dark Elf Court, and I wanted to make sure that they could continue their romance.
If you will it, I would be sure to keep you abreast of any developments, my lady.
Thank you. I overheard his father mentioning the family ring quite drunkenly. He may have to go to bed soon. She kind of gives a nod to Darvek, who kind of helps his father, Draco, kind of leave.
Well, I'm certain all that stay in the prison didn't do wonders for their constitution. I'm certain the alcohol simply went straight to his head.
Now, if you don't mind me, I am going to go for one last dance with Ryro. I suggest you get your dancing shoes on with Alandra. And she gives you a smile and says, and truly, Tharian, thank you for everything you've done.
It was my pleasure to serve.
And she will almost skip over to Ryro, take her hand, and they both start dancing.
It would be churlish to refuse the directives of a queen to be, so I too will find Alandra and take the final dance of the night.
Performance check with advantage, please.
Performance check. Oh, 26.
Beautiful. Stunning elvish ballroom dancing. Farida.
Hi.
Hi. So the next performer, the final performer of the night, oddly, is TP Crunch. He is doing some weird, like, it it's like light rock music that TP is singing as the final one to kind of like get everyone up and dancing. Before that performance, towards the end of Paraditas, there is a little bit of a lull where Tharian had his bit. Do you go do anything? Is there anyone you go talk to, or do you just go get ready to drag Locke up dancing for the final dance?
How long's the lull?
It's like a couple of minutes, so you can have
Oh, right, okay. So it's not like
yeah, you can
long.
you have a
Okay.
chance to have a conversation with someone if you want to.
maybe just Perdita, maybe just how great performance was. And
Yours
How'd
was
you do it?
amazing. You got to perform with your sisters. How great is that? Oh, I hope one year I get to do
Yeah.
that with my sissies too.
I'm sure you will. You
You
have a
have-
lovely voice.
Oh, thank you. And you can come visit. You can actually meet my sisters with your flying Pegasus. It is wow. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah,
And
we'll
she
just need to
she
plan
gives
a date
you
that we
yes the we'll have to have the princess party. And you two start chatting about how the princess party will work, when you'll send invites, that you're gonna host it in your land castle because yours is like you can't do it in Paraditas. It would have to be yours, and it'll have to be your one in the land that you've got. And you start like planning that out in your head. You think of all the people who were technically prince and princesses now, and you're like, this list is gonna be long. It is gonna be a party. And then she's like, oh, we definitely need to invite Princess Jasminium. She seems so fun. And you get into a conversation about who to invite and stuff like that. And then as the band strikes up for the last song and it's announced that it is, Locke walks over to you, offers you offers your hand.
I'll
You
it,
take
obviously.
it and you give me a performance check with advantage, please.
Only doing one. Don't know why it's not worth.
25's high enough. Yep. You two beautifully dance in front of everyone for the final dance of the evening. Azzy, you and Willow's talked, and he's like, you should really get back to. I've taken too much of your time up.
Still on mute there. I put my hand on his arm for a second and say, come and join us all. Don't sit on your own.
It's okay. I've got some people to go and talk to. You go. Your family. And he sees Locke take Farida up and kind of gives Locke a smile and says, "You should go and dance with Cherry. I think she kind of needs it more than anything."
Okay, see you around the library then.
Yeah.
And
See you
I
later, Azzy.
run over to Cherry.
You on the dance floor, you see Thorena and Bolt. You see other people dancing. Seems like everyone's having such a lovely time. Give me a performance check with advantage, please, Azzy.
So I do the advantage button here.
Yep.
Performance of...
It's high
23.
enough anyway. Yep.
Cool.
she seems to be picking up a lot of like from other people because she's been watching as well. She's picking up dancing naturally. Farian, seeing this, you think that's one thing that she might be okay on is ballroom, as you quickly assess her. Because I'm sure you'll be kind of assessing some of the people. Cherry starts playing with her hair a little bit and says, "I'll tell you tonight who I've got a crush on, okay?"
Okay. I'll make sure to make some hot chocolate to the room.
Yay! I don't know what that is, but it sounds delicious.
You'll like it.
Eldracus, as you start contemplating things and thinking about whether or not this position is right for you, you think of the people that you've helped save, those lives that you helped. You think of the fact that you literally dragged the person who caused some of this pain to people's families through the portal, gave him a broken nose, and you tomorrow will be bringing this man to justice with testimony. You know that there's some evidence in play. You're not quite sure all of the evidence that has been gotten. You have a think, and you think Farian might have something to do with some of the evidence that may have been found. But you kind of think maybe I can do this. And you also think of the upside, that it's a chance to spend a bit more time with Kazada. There will be travel, so you'll get to spend some time at home, some time there. So it's kind of, for you, it's the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah. Thinking that, he suspected that would be the truth of the matter anyway. Didn't fully believe it. Which is why he's done this contemplation and not soul searching, but he's been looking at the good and the bad list and all that sort of stuff, comparatively speaking, and all that sort of jazz.
You feel a light tapping your shoulder in her, like, kind of her dress that's kind of like the night sky, like a dark blue colour with like slight twinkles on it. Kazada turns to you and says, "There's a final dance happening if you want to dance, or if you want to go for a little bit of a moonlit stroll before we head back, we can do that."
How about a private dance? And I will just hold my arms out to dance here.
She will join you away from everyone else, so it's just the two of you. I will not make you do a performance track for this one because it's away from everyone else. So because these are in front of everyone, I'll say that it's a lovely slow dance between you two. Even though the music isn't quite the tempo of a slow dance, you're just enjoying each other's company.
That's all it is really. The music is just background. We're not dancing to it. We are just dancing.
Okay. As you all finish your dances and people start to disperse because they know what tomorrow is, and the drunken people get helped to their rooms, Kogo kind of laughs and goes, "Lightweights," as you all head back. Farian, what do you do before bed that night?
I will escort Countess Alandra Buttercup to her dormitory.
No longer Buttercup, because that marriage was annulled and she chose not to keep the surname.
Then I would know what surname to address her by, would I not?
you would. It is Countess Tulip.
Then that's who I would escort back to her dormitory.
She walks back with you and just thank you for a lovely evening.
It was my pleasure.
I'm sorry for Jasminium's mischief. She's going to be a handful for you once again.
It is a burden I am more than willing to bear. Unless you'd like a midnight stroll.
I would love one.
Then we go past the dormitories and just enjoy each other's company in the evening.
She tells you about her nerves for the next day, how she's very nervous about having to face Vitarin again for when she has to give her evidence. You feel her, you can feel her as she walks visibly shake at the thought of it. Because there's a lot she knows. She's like, justice will be served, justice will be served.
It will. And what he has briefly taken away cannot be taken away from you ever again.
No one is around. She kisses you on the cheek and says, thank you, Varian. She just... Sorry, go on.
No, you first.
She smiles up at you and just goes, I love you.
I love you too. And I guess I just kiss her straight forward then.
Woo!
No one's around, you said so.
No one is around. If only they were. Said no
I
one.
can't stand in that alcove with the guy for 30 seconds.
This is at a party in front of everyone, so this is a moonlight stroll away from where everyone is. However,
It's all about being discreet, you see.
I'm going to do a roll to see if there is a raven. Huh, unfortunate. You are very lucky. One of Mira's ravens is not there to catch you. I said no one, I never said no animal.
I think Tharian, in his mind, is contemplating getting more birds of prey in his aviary for future recon.
Hey, Mira's got quite a lot of ravens and crows, so she does her own recon. You know this, but
No.
the rule...
Yeah, but they don't do so well against the likes of peregrine falcons, do they?
You wouldn't attack her birds. You two are friends.
We're friends, yes.
Plus, she wouldn't do anything. You've helped her a lot. I got a 6, just so you know, on the D20, Jim, so you're fine.
Okay.
Right, and as you both head back, anything else you do before sleep, or do you just head off for your trance?
I think I just head off my trance feeling quite buoyed.
Aww. How happy are you when you come back into the room?
I think he's feeling very happy, but he's also doing his best to keep his neutral facade.
Okay, that's fine. I won't make Jerk around do anything then. You all.
Well, he can certainly try, but he'd have to beat 19 on an insight.
Okay. 1 off.
Oh,
So close, Jim. You were very lucky.
He's clueless. Well, that's not even with me rolling. That's my flaw.
Okay, and you get a good night's sleep. Farida, I
No.
assume that it's just you. You get escorted back to your quarters by Locke.
mm. Probably quite nervous about tomorrow because,
He
yeah.
takes your hands in his and says,
Well,
"You're gonna be fine. We both know that today will go the way it's meant to. I mean, sorry, tomorrow will. I better make sure my little sister doesn't get any more cocktails. I know she... You know what she was like last time."
yeah, that's a good point.
He kisses you on the forehead and says, "Go spend some time with your sisters." When you go into the dormitory, instead of having beds in your separate chambers, the handmaidens are set up like a sleepover area in the main chamber, so all 4 of you can kind of sleep and gossip and chat together.
Wow.
Daria,
How
your
old-
handmaiden, goes, "This was Anya's idea, just so you know, and us 4 are sleeping here as well." So it's girly sleepover time. Anya tells you that she was originally supposed to get married to Duke Squall. That was originally who was her intended when the capture happened, but she's requested to your father and he's granted that engagement be kind of cancelled because, like, due to the memory of everything that happened, she kind of doesn't want to be with him anymore. So she's a little, like, she was like, "So I did a few circuits this evening, a little on the prowl, so who knows? Maybe at the mass ball, maybe I get my own suitor. Who knows?"
Oh. You're not telling me something.
What am I telling you? Is okay.
Hmm. Who is it?
Okay. Right. So he is one of the guys from the prison. Kind of hot. He is a satyr. Like, he's part Pyros, okay? He, like, I read the kind of list and I kind of was listening into his conversations. His name's Kinta. I kind of, yeah, I know I need to be formally introduced to him, and that's how these things go, because technically he's like a half prince. Well, technically like a prince, so. Irina and Errol just have kind of a giggle. And Errol went, "Ooh, this time I get to go. You fancy a boy." And Irina just rolls her eyes and goes, "Leave her alone."
Yeah. Well, lots of, potential suitors around here.
Uh-huh.
Don't make your mind up so quickly.
I was only going to talk to him. Like, she liked him. Like, I liked Kinta and Cherry. She kind of liked, there was one called Zar. I think it was Zar. Was it Zar? No, it was Nuxash. I think it might have been Nuxash. It was one of the other Satyr boys as well. That I was trying to warn her off Satyr boys because, Satyr boys. And you girls have a giggle with hot chocolate and marshmallows. You stay up not too late. You stay up until, like, this ended at 10, so you stay up until, like, midnight, and then you all go to sleep. And then we move to Azzy.
Yay!
You and Cherry head back to your room. Our kid has got the hot chocolate marshmallow. She's finishing preparing it for you both. Cherry says, "Why don't you stay, Orchid?" She goes, are you sure I don't want to intrude?
No, please do. It'd be fun to see how cool you are to chill out with.
Okay. So you start gossiping about boys. There was one that's called. Cherry starts saying there was one that was called Noxesh. He seemed quite handsome, but Anya was trying to tell me no satyrs because of the books that you read. Orchid's eyes goes wide and goes, "You've read those books too."
Alright, me, you and Anna are having a total book club when we go back to the castle.
Yeah. Cherry, you are so in this book club as well. There is. Yeah.
As you say, Cherry, our adopted mother isn't as innocent as you think.
Our adoptive mother or our bio mum or our aunt, not aunt. This is so confusing.
It's the one I grew up calling Mum.
She goes, right. Okay, go. Okay. Your bio mum, not so innocent. Your, let's call her aunt for now. Stepmom, maybe? Thing. Bad woman. And your adopted mum, the one that's taken care of, who adopted you and has taken care of you most of your life, she is a lovely lady. She was
Just the middle, if it helps.
She was the one who originally hired me. But your bio dad said no, because he wanted Arya to look after you.
Yeah. Oh, good. Anyway, who do you fancy?
Our kid kind of goes a little red and goes, "Oh no." Nothing will ever come of it because I'm just, I'm not titled. I have a little crush on your half brother Aster.
Ooh.
I'm just amazed he wouldn't be interested. Yeah.
I mean, if the king can have a human consort.
I'm not, because she's a fairy that looks after you guys. And he's like, who knows? Who knows?
There won't be a changing.
And Cherry says, I saw how you fought outside. He'd be lucky to have you. And she goes, oh, thank you. And she makes up an extra bed for herself so she can sleep in there instead of the maid's quarters that night. And you all girly gossip about boys until you fall asleep at midnight. Because you know that the next day is very important.
Yeah.
And Eldracus.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you do?
Well, we'll definitely see the dance out, and we will. I will suggest that we go on a private walk and take the long way around to escorting her back.
And when she gets to the door.
Before she gets to the door,
Okay.
where there are no prying eyes and such, I'm going to say, please forgive my forwardness, but May I kiss you?
And she says, you may.
And I will go in. Good old kiss. Nice and gentle. And then
There are,
when...
how,
sorry, go on.
although there are no prying eyes, Jim, can you do me a favour? Because your birds
Yes.
are out everywhere, and I'm sorry, Trevor, I have to do this.
That's fine.
Can you roll a perception check in the tower, please, Jim?
Perception check in the tower. Of course.
Sorry, Jim. It's a 13. You did not hit 15. So, Trev, you're fine. You have this private moment that is untharianed.
Okay. And as I pull back, I will say, I am going to have words with the barman.
Huh?
He didn't make you anywhere near as sweet as what you are.
She blushes a little and says, you're too sweet.
Thank you, my lady. And I will escort her back to her room.
As you get to the door, hearing footsteps approach, someone opens the door. It is Jasminium and she says, hurry up, Kazada! We've been waiting for you! Is this the reason why you're late? You can.
Yes, I apologize. I have kept her out past curfew.
It's not curfew. It's just I have something little planned in here. I heard the other girls are doing it, so I had an idea to do this too. So I need to borrow her. You can have her back tomorrow night for the ball.
Thank you for your patience, my ladies. Enjoy your evening.
Princess Jasminium will say, have a nice lady. Have a nice time, Mr. It's Count Farinol. Did I get that
And
right?
I'll just nod and bow.
And she will grab Kazada's hand and take her into the living room. You can slightly see as you pass that it's been set out for her, for Jasminium to actually have a sleepover for the first time in a long time.
Okay. I will just turn and I will head on back. Oh, any of my family up still? Probably.
Your sister is part of that sleepover, so her and your mum are not there, so you are free from sister.
Awesome. I'm going to get, when we get back, I'm going to get whatever drink that there is available. I'm going to slam a good few shots. And then I am going to go to bed.
Your brother Davak is still up. Your dad's gone to bed.
Okay.
Davak will have a couple of drinks with you.
And how are you?
I'm okay. I'm so glad our sister is at that sleepover tonight.
Me too.
Long may it continue.
Amen. That deserves a drink and to the sleepover and just...
To the sleepover. And no sister meddling.
That's a good one. And then another.
You two slam your drinks.
Yeah.
And head off to sleep.
Yeah.
As you all awaken in the morning, you will get your conclaves, the invitation for the mass ball, and we'll have to leave it there. Please do give me the list of the people that you're giving evidence against, just so that I know for what roles you'll be doing for your charisma checks and what DCs to set.
Perfect.
So that'll be next time will be the trial. was hoping we'd get this done a little earlier, but this is a nice place to leave it with a lot of nice things happening. Romance is blooming. And you've all got the wonderful conclave that some of you have read for next time when secrets are revealed in the conclave.
Dun-dun.